Hey folks, Keithman93 Lumber coming back at you with something that I have not done in a while. A side-by-side. And these are two different beers. Excuse me. And I thought it'd just be fun to do them side-by-side. Because who the fuck cares anymore? So over here, we have Samuel Smith's Yorkshire Stingo. Aged in oak ale casks. My brain is, it's almost 10 o'clock. I wanted to do this shit earlier, but our neighbor was outside for like 4 fucking hours power washing and leaf blowing and shit, so I didn't get started with my videos as early as I wanted to. So this is 8% alcohol by volume. I don't before I bought it, I looked to see if there was a date. There is like a batch number or whatever this is, or whatever they call it, but I didn't look it up. So. Samuel Smith's Yorkshire, I think it's Yorkshire, Stingo. Some of the oak casks at Samuel Smith's date back more than a century, with the individual oak staves being replaced by the old brewery coopers over the years. Gradually, the casks soak in more and more of the character of the ale fermented in stone Yorkshire squares. Yorkshire Stingo is aged for at least a year, matured in these well-used oak casks in the brewery's underground cellars, deriving fruit raisin, treacle, toffee? I don't know. Christmas pudding and slightly oaky flavors before being further naturally conditioned in bottle. Allow time for yeast to settle before open, then pour gently. Alright. So that is that. I'm not using my, since there's 2 bottles, I'm not using my single coaster thing that I usually have. So hopefully I'm putting these back in a good thing. So this one is Conclave Brewing. It is their barrel aged Stingo Ate My Baby, which is probably a reference to this beer. Stingo Strong Ale, 9.2% alcohol by volume, and this one is aged in Laird's apple brandy barrels. I believe I've had this one before. It's been a long time though. And this one I had, Matt from Mesa Beers had a bottle of it, and one time when I went over there, I had a little bit of it. So I have had this kind of, but it was a while ago, and I don't remember. All right, so let's do this one first. Oh, come on. Yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah, so I think some of these. Oh, also proper glassware. I've got 2 of these. So Samuel Smith. Proper glassware. And it's funny because when I was thinking about doing this, I was like, oh, I'll use the 2 glasses that I have because they're the same and they're smaller, so whatever. And I didn't even realize until after I took them out that they're Samuel Smith glasses. These were in the fridge, but they've been sitting out for probably almost 2 hours now. I do have the air conditioning on in here, so all right. So you can see that the Samuel Smith's is it's not really darker. It's more red. Well, I mean, the red makes it darker, but you know what I mean. They're both clear. is what I was trying to say. Yeah, the Conclave is a little more orange, like honey. This is a little more like a cherry juice kind of something. That's probably, both of them have about a half a finger of Conclave's a little bit less, about half a finger of like a tannish khaki colored head. The Conclave looks like it has a nice carbonation to it. Oh, this one does too. It's just hard to see. Yeah, so we'll start with the Samuel Smith. See what it smells like. Yeah, because these are... I believe Samuel Smith open ferments all of their beer. Might be a little bit oxidized. There's a dark fruit kind of thing going on in here. Yeah, but I can't tell if that, like, because it's not like super cardboardy, so I don't know if it's some of that fermentation thing, the open fermentation that I believe they do, or if it is oxidized. A little bit of like a little tea, black tea maybe. Definitely black tea. Alright. Smells good. That one smells good. Yeah. Now let's see what this one smells like. Yeah, this one is definitely a little bit brighter. You definitely get, it's apple brandy, right? Yeah. You definitely get the apple. You definitely get a apple thing. A little bit of caramel. It is pretty cool because even if these two beers are completely unrelated and the Stingo is just a coincidence or whatever, there is which I don't think that is the case, but there is a similarity between these two. Yeah. Definitely, this one definitely has the dark fruits thing, but it's like a little bit like... I'll just keep with what I said before. It's a little bit brighter, and I think part of that is the apple brandy is giving it a little more sweetness. Yeah, a little bit of that tea thing going on in this too. Alright, well, I kind of wish these were just a touch colder. I wish I had done these like, I'm doing them now because I did some videos, then we ate dinner. I made dinner and then we ate, and now I'm doing these, but you know, I didn't want them too cold, so I took them out before I made dinner and stuff. Yeah. Let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. it might be a little oxidized. I kind of want to look up the batch number is what it's called. Or batch number? Batch? Fucking, is it? I don't know. My brain was like, this is it, but that's what I said before. So now I'm just like, you know, got a little more sweetness comes through. It's a little more, there's a little more stone fruit character instead of that dark fruit character that I was getting on the nose. Maybe I'll look up after I go through these. If I feel like it, I might look up the batch number to see if it's. Yeah. It's definitely drying. Or I wonder if that character is just from the oak. If it's like the old oak that they are saying it is. Yeah, I don't think it's. I'm changing what I'm saying. I don't think it's oxidized because the way the drying thing comes off, there is like a kind of papery kind of thing, but the way that dryness comes off, it doesn't seem like it's oxidized. I could be wrong, but yeah, way more like apricot in the. What were the fruit, raisin, toffee, Christmas pudding, and slightly oaky flavors? I feel like I don't know what Christmas pudding is, but there's like there's a piece of this that makes me think fruitcake. But I never really had fruitcake, so I don't know if it actually tastes like that. But I'm not sure what Christmas pudding is, so maybe it's a similar thing. I like it. Alright. Now for the conclave. The head has pretty much completely disappeared. Let's see what it tastes like. Actually, I brought water in with me this time. Time to wash the water bottle. It's getting a little funky. Cheers. This one's a little higher ABV, so there is a little. There's a touch of heat on it. It's not too bad. It also might be from the brandy. It might not actually be from the ABV. Yeah. They're very similar.
But with the... So, like, I was getting, like, this fruity apricot thing in this one, in the Samuel Smiths. In this one, I'm getting more of a cherry. And I think it's because of the barrel aging. It's adding a little bit of brightness to it. And there's apple in there. Yeah. Yeah. The the way this comes across, I feel like, to me, the cohesiveness of the beer and the barrel aging, it kind of... It's kind of hard to distinguish between the two. Not in a bad way, though. Like, I feel like the beer gives the barrel aging a little bit, which kind of... sometimes you want it to go in the other direction. You want the barrel aging to bring up the beer a little bit. Which, yeah, it's got a, there's a little bit of like a citrusy, pithy thing too in this. A very like non-sweet, like kind of grapefruit orange, kind of like not sweet, pithy, kind of dryness kind of thing. Yeah. I wish this one was just a tad colder. Just a tad. Just one tad. Alright. Now that I've had both of them, I'm going to go back to this one. I'm going to take a few sips, and then I'm going to cuvee. Ooh. I don't know if I was getting it before and just missed it, but there's like a very fine, spritzy, kind of tingly thing. I'm not sure if that's the carbonation or what. Yeah. This one this one is definitely more woody than this one. I get more of the spirit in this one. And I get more of the spirit, less of the barrel. And then this is just old oak casks. But this one is very woody. Hold on. I'm going to try to... Close enough. Cuvee time. Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Wow. That Samuel Smith's is drying. I like that. Yeah. My mouth is so dry right now. Yeah, it adds a little. This adds a little bit of that like bright apple cherry kind of thing to that. But you're still getting that woodiness, the oak. And it brings that dryness down a little bit. It's still quite drying, but yeah. I don't know if I like it more, but I do appreciate it. It is a appreciation of it. Do you want me to look up the batch number? Should I look up the batch number? Alright, you convinced me. Batch number. Boom. Alright, let's see. Samuel Smith batch. Do they even do batch? Let's see. Is there batch lookup? No. Doesn't look like there is a batch lookup or anything like that. Let me just try SI17S1. Let me see if that comes up with anything. Nope. Nope. Alright. So, anyway, this was fun. Yeah. I'm glad I got this because the liquor store that I went to the other day, I have to go back because that place is crazy. I bought way too much stuff, but I was controlling myself a lot. So yeah. Side by side. So anyway, I'm distracted by the fact that I didn't get to figure out how old this bottle is. So excuse me. I'm also a little toasty after drinking these. So yeah, I hope you are all doing well, taking care of yourselves, taking care of each other. Very important. You can like this video if you'd like to. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. You can follow me on Instagram, 93lumber, that's spelled out, 93lumber. And we will see you in the next one. Cheers.